What if I told you there's a way to build a financial shield? One that lets you handle whatever life throws at you so you can actually live with some peace of mind. Well, that's exactly what we're going to do today. We're going to build that shield step by step.
Okay, let's just dive right in with a quick thought experiment. Picture this, you're on a bus. You've still got hours to go, and your phone, it's sitting at 20% battery. No charger anywhere. What do? Are you going to start streaming videos and scrolling social media until it's completely dead? No way, right? You're going to conserve that power. You'd save it for what's absolutely essential. It's just the logical thing to do.
But here's the funny thing. When it comes to our money, we often forget that exact same logic. Life, just like that bus ride, is totally unpredictable. Your phone could slip out of your hand and bam, shattered screen. You might get a call that means you have to book a last-minute flight for a family emergency. Or hey, maybe your salary is just delayed by a week. And look, these aren't some crazy what-ifs. They're just the normal, unexpected bumps in the road that can cause a massive amount of stress if you're not ready for them.
And that, my friend, is exactly where savings come in. This is not about getting rich quick, not at all. It's about creating a financial cushion. Think of it like a power bank for your life. When you have that power bank, those unexpected bumps are just minor inconveniences, but without it, they can spiral into a full-blown crisis that sends you into debt and completely robs you of your peace of mind.
Now, before we go any further, we have got to clear up something huge, something a ton of people get mixed up. People tend to think savings and investing are basically the same thing. They're not. They serve two completely different but equally vital purposes in your financial life.
Mixing these two up is like trying to use a race car to go get groceries. It's just the wrong tool for the job. See, savings, that's all about security. It's your short-term, low-risk safety net that you need to be able to access like instantly. Investing, on the other hand, is for growth. That's the long game, the engine for building real wealth, which means it comes with more risk, and your money is tied up for years.
So the big question is, how much do you actually need in this safety net? You've probably heard that old save 10% of your income rule, right? We can do way better than that. Instead of just saving some random percentage, the goal here is to build up a specific amount of money, an amount that gives you real, tangible security, an amount that lets you finally just breathe.
Okay, so this specific amount, it has a name. It's your emergency fund. And its job is super simple, to be your financial shock absorber. It's just like the one in your car that smooths out all the potholes so you have a comfortable ride. Your emergency fund does the exact same thing for the financial shocks of life, making sure you don't get completely derailed by something unexpected.
And here is the absolute key to getting this number right. It is not based on how much you earn. It's calculated based on your non-negotiable, essential monthly expenses. So take a minute and think about the absolute must-pays, your rent, your utilities, groceries, any loan payments, the stuff you simply have to pay every single month, no matter what.
All right, you ready? Let's figure out your number. Level 1, if you have a stable job with a predictable income, your target is pretty straightforward. You're aiming to save 3 times the total of all those essential monthly expenses.
Okay, now what if your income is a little less predictable? Maybe you're a freelancer or you work on commission. Or what if you have dependents, kids, parents who rely on you financially? Well, in that case, we double it. You're going to want a bigger buffer of 6 times your essential monthly expenses. And for the final level, if you've got both an unpredictable income and people depending on you, then you're going to want the ultimate safety net. In this case, your goal is a full 12 times your essential monthly expenses. This gives you the maximum security for when there's maximum uncertainty.
Okay, deep breath. I know when you first calculate that number, it can feel, well, huge, a little intimidating, right? But hang on. Just for a second, pause and actually visualize that amount, your magic number sitting in a totally separate bank account, all safe and sound. How does that feel? Pretty incredible, right? That feeling of confidence, that is what we're after.
Okay, so you've got your target number, but, and this is super important, where you keep this money is just as critical as how much you save. If you put it in the wrong place, you could completely defeat the whole purpose of having it.
It all boils down to this really simple 3-part mantra. Just remember these 3 words. Keep it safe, so no market risks. Keep it separate, so it's away from your everyday spending money. And keep it accessible, so you can get your hands on it the moment you need it.
So where does it go? The absolute best place is a separate, high-yield savings account that isn't connected to your daily debit card. And that word separate is key because it builds a wall between your emergency cash and your pizza money. It stops you from accidentally dipping into it.
Now, once you've built up a pretty good chunk, you could move some of it into a fixed deposit or an FD to earn a little more interest while still keeping it safe.
All right, now for the big do not list. This is non-negotiable. Your emergency fund does not belong in the stock market, in mutual funds, in crypto, or in real estate. These are all investments. They're built for growth, not for safety, and that means their value could tank the exact moment you have an emergency. That's a disaster waiting to happen.
Okay, that's a lot of what and why. Let's get down to the how. This is your 3-step action plan to start building this fund today. Like, right now.
There are 3 simple habits that are going to totally accelerate your progress. Step 1, pay yourself first. Seriously, the second your paycheck lands in your account, before you pay a single bill, you move a set amount straight to your emergency fund. Don't try to save what's left over. Step 2, temporarily pause some of your wants. Maybe it's eating out a little less or holding off on that new subscription for a while. Funnel that cash directly into your fund. And step 3, any unexpected money that comes your way, a bonus, a tax refund, a cash gift, it has one job: build that shield.
You know, what's really cool about this whole process is that you're building more than just a pile of cash. You're building discipline. You're learning to be intentional with your money. The focus and the drive you develop while hitting this goal becomes this powerful financial habit that's going to serve you for the rest of your life, making it so much easier to hit all your future investment goals too.
So I'm going to leave you with one final question. And I don't want you to just think about it. I want you to actually decide on it. What is the one non-essential expense, the first want, that you can hit pause on starting today so you can start building your own financial peace of mind?